Welcome back to another episode of the Girl Stop Playing podcast. It's your favorite homegirl, Koereyelle, here to encourage you to stop playing with your potential and start working for what you want in life and in love. You already know that I believe you can make the money and you can get the honey. You can have it all as long as you are willing to work. And it's my goal to bring you the information and the conversations to help you do just that. Now, before we get into this week's solo sermon, I have to let you know that I am beyond excited about my upcoming Make Your Mark Masterclass. This is a 3-day live learning experience where I am going to show you the 3 P's of creating a profitable business. Inside of our masterclass, we're going to work together so that I can show you a 3-part framework that's going to help you better position yourself to get paid. One of the things that I need for you to understand is that there are people who are literally waiting and willing to pay your price. They simply just don't know that you exist. And so I'm going to show you how to show up, how to stand out, and how to become a sellout. Not the bad kind, but literally being able to sell out your services, being able to fill up your programs and sell out of those products just by showing up and positioning yourself as a person of power, as the person of power that you were created to be. So if you want to join me inside of this 3-day training that takes place January 23rd through the 25th, log on to makeyourmarkmasterclass.com. And guess what? There is an opportunity for you to join me for free at no cost. The only thing that is going to cost you is your time and your attention. So log on right now to makeyourmarkmasterclass.com, and I'll make sure we drop the link for you to register in the show notes below. So I believe that one of the reasons that you have not truly mastered the process of making your mark, the reason why you are still the best kept secret, the reason why you are shying away from showing up and shining is because you just don't recognize or realize who you are or whose you are. And so this week, I want to encourage you to really start digging deep and figuring out the gifts that God has gifted you with, the gifts that you are meant to share with the world so that you can start showing up and standing in your true power and operating in your life's purpose. I believe that each and every one of us are meant to either share a message. There's something that we were sent here to share, a lot of times based on the experiences that we have, based on the struggles that we've been through. We weren't just sent into those struggles, sent through that fire for no reason. And so a lot of times it comes down to us figuring out what those learned experiences were meant to teach us, and then figuring out how we can leverage those lessons learned to pass on and share with other people. So there's some message that you were meant to share or some mission that you are on so that somebody else's life will be a little bit better, a little bit less stressful, and a little bit more enjoyable. And so this week, I want to encourage you to really take some time to yourself, whether that time is spent in prayer or whether that time is spent in meditation, but really spending some time asking God for clarity over the things that you are being called to do. As we are getting into this brand new year, I know that you may have set some New Year's resolutions. You may have set some new goals that you want to go after. But if you don't get out of your own way, if you don't really spend some time exploring what it is that you're bringing to the table, who it is that you were born to be, then you're going to look up and 6 months have passed, or we are creeping into Q4 and you are really trying to figure out why your life has not unfolded in the way that you forecasted. And so before we even get out of the first 30 days of the month, I want you to just pause and really spend some quiet time with yourself, trying to get to the bottom of what it is that you are being called to do. Not even necessarily the things that you want to do, because a lot of the times the things that we are being called to, they don't necessarily sound too fun or feel too good. But I believe that we are all sent here at this time and in this place with a purpose. And if you are not spending your time in discovery of that purpose, I believe that you're wasting your time. And so instead of wasting another moment doing the things that you saw somebody else doing or living the life that you think is going to make someone else proud, I want you to figure out your purpose. Figure out what it is that God is asking of you in this time. Now, I believe that your life may have different purposes in different seasons, but I want you to really get clear on your purpose in this current season. And so I want to share with you all, because I know that y'all come here to not only talk about self-discovery and self-awareness and self-love and all of that stuff, but y'all often want to talk about like ways that you can get paid. I believe that until you really get down to the bottom of who you are and whose you are, you might make a little bit of money, but it might not last. And so I want to be able to help you create that sustainable success, not just attaining money, but maintaining the money. And so I want to share with y'all today 3 P's to consistent and unlimited profit. Okay, 3 P's. The first P is packaging. One of the things that I've been able to help women with is figuring out, what is your expertise? What have the experiences been that you've had? And how are you able to help other people using those experiences? So how can you leverage your lived experience to help someone else? I believe way too many women, and especially Black women, are not getting paid what we're worth because we're shortchanging our skills. A lot of the things that we are gifted with, our gifts, our skills, and our talents, they're typically things that come natural to us. And because they're so natural for us, we often overlook them as ways that we can get paid, but also things that could be in alignment with our purpose. So in order to create that consistent and unlimited payday, you want to figure out how you can package up your expertise in a way that you can create a premium experience for other people. Premium meaning the entire system, the entire solution. So instead of you being out here nickel and diamond and scraping together coins because you're only charging, a little bit versus you truly charging what you're worth, you want to create a premium value offer, as I call it. You may have heard of a high ticket offer, but a premium value offer that actually allows you to package up your expertise and package up your experiences in such a way that premium people are attracted to you and willing to pay your price. So the first step, the first P in creating consistent and unlimited paychecks for yourself is packaging. The second P that I want you to focus on is positioning. Okay. And now positioning comes down to, again, you recognizing who you are and the value that you bring. Please understand that if all of us got together and we sat down at a boardroom table, at a long estate table, and every single one of us went around and talked about our skills, our expertise, our experiences, our gifts, our talents, every single person at that table would have something of value to offer someone else at the table. Not just something of value that sounds good, but something of value that someone else is willing to pay for. And until you really get down to the foundation of what it is that you're bringing to the table, it's going to be hard for you to stand in your power and position yourself as the powerhouse that you are. Positioning comes down to confidence. It comes down to you recognizing and realizing that you were gifted with something special that someone somewhere is literally praying for. And until you start to accept and realize and understand that you have something that the world needs, you're never going to be able to stand in and position yourself in a stance of power. So you got to learn how to package up your expertise, and you have to learn how to position yourself as the powerhouse that you are. Now, last but not least, this is what I specialize in. This is what I am super passionate about being able to help other women, specifically Black women, be able to do, and that is pitching. Okay. A lot of us have become lazy entrepreneurs where we think that we can just put up a post on social media and make sales immediately. And although that might be the case for some people, although that might have been the case for a lot of us for a long time, times are changing. And so, in order for you to be able to create consistent and unlimited paydays for yourself, you're going to have to get comfortable with the process of pitching. You're going to have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, meaning putting yourself out there, expressing your interest, showing people that you are ready to show up, stand out, and shine. And the way that you can do that is by coming up with a consistent pitching process that allows you to get into the forefront of other people who have platforms, other people who may have a podcast, other people who may be interested in partnering with you, so that you can start to gain more exposure and gain more awareness for your gifts, your skills, and your talents. I believe that by increasing your visibility, by leveraging your credibility, that's how you are going to get even more profitability. And so this week, I want to encourage you to tap into those God-given gifts, to stop shortchanging your skill set, and to really spend time exploring who you are, whose you are, and what it is that you are being called to do. And if you don't know where to start, listen, pray about it. Ask God for clarity on your calling. Ask God to really show you how your steps can be in alignment with His divine assignment. One thing that I know for sure, and that I hope that I can convince you of, is that you are being called to do something great, that someone else's life is not even going to live up to their full potential if you don't start operating in your purpose. And so your dreams, your goals, your desire, and your purpose, it's bigger than you. So it's time for you to step fully into that purpose. It's time for you to fully get in alignment with that assignment. Remember who you are and whose you are so that you can make your mark. I love you. I got nothing but love for you, and I'll see you on the next episode.